Oh, my camera's not showing up. 1 second. Let's see now. Maybe. There we are. All right. So, good morning. And today's lesson is not too long. It's pretty short. We're just going to be expanding on what we did on Monday with solving logs. So, we are going to be starting where we left off on the bottom of page 5. Let's see who's in the chat. Oh, hi, Lindsay. Thanks for joining me live. Oh, and now my screen is not mirroring. It's a great day for technology, isn't it? Come on, iPad. You know you want a screen mirror. Yep. Well, while the iPad's thinking about working, just some reminders. There's a bunch of you that still need to do your Silver Linings Flipgrid. Just click on the link, hit the plus button, and you'll start recording. It's super easy, and it automatically submits it to me when you're done. And then I also posted a meme challenge in Teams in the newsfeed. So if you can post a funny meme below the one that I posted, that'd be great. Just kind of like, promote some fun. I gotta call my husband because it is not loading the screen mirror. Not fun.
What's up?
The screen mirror is not working, like nothing's showing up.
You gotta close it and then reopen it, and then it should work.
Close what?
The program.
Which program?
Did you never open it?
I don't understand what you're asking me to do.
Probably never opened it.
I mean, the camera wasn't on, so I figured that out. I thought you had it all set up.
No, you got to open up all three things.
Oh, you had the Streamlabs set up, so I thought it was.
Oh, Streamlabs has been open since yesterday.
Oh, well, that'd have been good to know.
Yeah, you always have to open that up first. Now you can do it.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let's get started finally. Sorry about that. So, recall finding the inverse of a function. So let's see. We're on, oh, that's not what I wanted. We're in lesson 2. And our homework tonight will be in Delta Math. I already posted it. Very similar to what you were doing for Monday's homework. So, recall finding the inverse of a function. We just have to switch our x and our y's. So, for this one, it would be x equals y plus 5. Which, if I wanted to get y alone, it would be y equals x minus 5. And then similarly, we can do that for this next one. We have x equals 2y, which will be equal to y equals x over 2. And then here we would have x equals y cubed. So the inverse would be y equals the cube root of x. And the one that's important here is this exponential one. So we would have x equals 3 to the y. Well, there's no y root that I can take. So if you recall from Algebra 2, we have to log it. So right now it's in Ben form, if we recall from last time, B-E-N. And to put it in log form means to put it in bunny form. So it's going to look like the log base 3 of x equals y. So that's what it would be in bunny form. So hopefully that looks familiar. We scroll the next page. I'm going to be skipping a little bit here. But as we discovered, we pretty much just discovered this general rule. The inverse of y equals b to the x is y equals log b to the x. So that's just what we showed with the function on the previous page. Though now we're just putting it all in algebraic notation. So if you're taking notes, you didn't print the packet out, that's fine. Just make sure you write these little rules and examples down as we're going. And if I need to slow down, just let me know, and I will. It's not a big deal. close out of my window. Do do do. Come on. There we go. All right. So let's try an example. So yesterday, Monday. These would be really similar to what we did on Monday. So on Monday, we had log. We knew the base number. We knew the number after it. Here, we don't know what x is. So the x and the 2 are just switched from Monday. So right now, it's in bunny form. Oops, still in highlighter. So we are in bunny form. So if I want to solve this, I want to put it in Ben form. So that means I'm going to have 7 squared equals x. Well, what's 7 squared? 49. So nothing too earth-shattering. Last time we were going backwards, we're trying to find out 7 raised to what power is some number. And now we're just simplifying. So it's kind of nice. Our next one, we have log base e of x equals -3. So again, we are in bunny form. And we want to put it in Ben form. So we're going to have e to the -3 equals x. And we don't really like to write our answers with negative exponents. So I'm just going to write it as 1 over e cubed equals x. And e, as we know, is a number. The decimal for that, pretty ugly. So keeping it in terms of e actually is a better simplified exact answer. So no panicking when we see an e. It's all good. Okay. All right, next we have a natural log. So instead of, we don't have like a Ben the bunny form for natural log, so I'm going to put this in log form first and then go back to, so we're going to put it in bunny form with log, and then we're going to use Ben form. So we're going to write it as log base e of x minus 5 equals 4. And now that it's in bunny form, I can put it in Ben form. And if it's helpful, you can keep writing the bunny and the Ben out if it's helpful to you to figure out what goes where. Totally fine. Not necessary. You don't have to do what I'm writing in green, but it's helpful. So we really have e to the 4th equals x minus 5. Now you might be thinking, God, that looks ugly, Mrs. Sadler, but it's not too bad. How do we get x alone? Well, we just add 5. So e to the 4th plus 5 equals x, and we can leave it just like that. So when you see the natural log, write it as log base e. Okay. Got just a couple more examples, then we're actually done for the day, so not too bad. All right. Log base x of 27 equals -3. So we're in bunny form. We want to write it in Ben form. So we're going to have x to the -3 equals 27. Ooh, there's no like negative cube root. That would be super weird. So let's make this exponent positive. Let's make this 1 over x cubed equals 27. You might be thinking, well, cool, but how do I solve it now? Let's think for a moment. I'm allowed to put 27 over 1, right? It doesn't change the value. From here, what I'm going to do is cross multiply. So we're going to get 27x cubed equals 1. And now we got to solve to get x alone. So we can divide each side by 27. So we get x cubed equals 1 over 27. And then if I take the cube root of each side, we get x equals 1/3. X equals 1/3. Cool. All right. Are we doing okay still? Last example. I like this one. So we have a function. It says if f of x equals 2 log base x of 8 plus log 1000, then find f of 2. Whew, it's a lot. There's no like bend the bunny form looking stuff in here. So let's just start by doing what they want. Let's plug in 2 for x. So we get 2 log base 2 of 8 plus log. Now remember, when there's no base written in log, that's the common log. So if you want, we can write the base 10, but you don't necessarily have to. But it's helpful to evaluate these. So now we're thinking, okay, a little bit closer. I'm going to put a little times dot there. So let's see if we can simplify pieces of these. So let's look at like log base 2 of 8. Let's just kind of write that off to the side for a moment. Log base 2 of 8. What does that equal? What does that equal? Oh, I shouldn't use x because that's a variable that we were already given. So what does it equal? That really means 2 raised to some power equals 8. So what power would that be? Well, it would be a 3. So when I go back up here, I can write f of 2 equals 2 times that whole log base 2 of 8 now is equal to a 3. We showed that down below. And then plus, let's try the other piece. So we have, oops, that's not the highlighter. This is the highlighter. All right. Log base 10 of 1,000. What does that equal? So we have log base 10 of 1,000 equals something. So 10 raised to what power is going to give me 1,000? Well, I know 10 squared is 100. Now there's just one more 0. So therefore, that also equals a 3. So I'm going to substitute that in up here. Well, now this problem looks significantly easier to simplify. Oops. We have f of 2 equals 2 times 3 is 6 plus 3. So we really get the value of 9. So what looked kind of scary actually wasn't too bad. So just a little bit more review. Hopefully that was okay with our Bend the Bunny. Your homework tonight is in Delta Math. And since we don't have school on Friday because it's Good Friday, they gave us one day, your next lesson will be on Monday. So this homework in Delta Math is technically going to be due on Monday, which is the day of your next lesson, where we will continue on the bottom of this page 9. So let me know if you have any questions. We do have office hours today from 1 to 2 in the afternoon. So just stop by if you need any help. So have a great day.